The Baltimore Oriole, Icterus galbula, also known as Abbey's Oriole, was formerly combined with the Bullock's Oriole as a single species, and both were known as the Northern Oriole. The Baltimore Oriole is well known in the United States, not only because of the striking orange and black plumage of the male, but also because of the name association with the state of Maryland. The city of Baltimore and the American League Baseball club, the Baltimore Orioles, which was named after this bird. The colors of the male Baltimore Oriole resemble the colors of the coat of arms of Lord Baltimore, the design of which is printed on the Maryland state flag. Orange and black, the unofficial Baltimore colors, or Maryland colors, represent a popular and a unique symbol of the state of Maryland. And the orange and black plumage of the Baltimore Oriole was the reason why it was named the state bird of Maryland. Description: Baltimore Orioles measure between 6.5 to 9 inches, 16.5 to 23 centimeters in length from beak to tail, and weigh about 1.2 ounces or 34 grams. The adult male has a black head, back, wings and tail, except for orange tips to the outer tail feathers. His underplumage is bright orange. He also has orange-colored shoulders, rump, lower back, and shoulder patches. He has a single white wing bars and white wing edges. Female Baltimore Orioles have a mostly olive or yellow-brown upper plumage with darker wings, and a dull yellow-orange underplumage. She has 2 white wing bars and white wing edging. Immature birds, juveniles, are similar to females, but are paler overall and lack the black coloration on the head and upper plumage. Juvenile males have a brighter orange with variable amounts of black on head. In the second year, the males still have not attained their adult plumage, yet may successfully attract and mate with a female and raise young. Juvenile males will attain adult plumage in the second fall. Distribution, range. The Baltimore Orioles are migratory songbirds that breed in deciduous and mixed woods in the Canada, Saskatchewan and Nova Scotia, south to eastern and central portions of the United States. In the U.S., their breeding range extends from North and South Dakota to Maine, south to Virginia, eastern Texas, central Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, northern Georgia, and western South Carolina and North Carolina. Its range overlaps with the Bullock's Oriole in the Midwest, Great Plains, of the United States. Most Baltimore Orioles migrate in flocks to winter in southern Mexico, Central America, and northern South America. However, a few stay behind in their breeding range, and rely on bird feeders to help them through the winter. Some will winter in southern United States, specifically coastal California, Virginia south to Florida. In the Caribbean, some winter in Greater Antilles, Trinidad, east to the Virgin Islands. They are rare winter visitors to the northern Bahamas and Mexico. They winter from Nayarit, western Mexico, and Veracruz, eastern Mexico, south to the Yucatan Peninsula, where it is our visitor. Their wintering range extends south to northern Colombia, northern Venezuela, in South America. Within their home ranges, non-breeding birds usually occur in small groups of 2 to 5, rarely 15. Although on occasion, they were observed in large communal roosts, styles in Skutch 1989. Habitat. Baltimore Orioles inhabit open or partially open woodland with scattered tall trees. Riparian woodland equals along river margins and banks, deciduous forest edges, orchards, and groves of shade trees. They are common inhabitants of parks and suburban areas. During the migration and during the winter season, their southern range, they inhabit humid forest edges, second growth and scrub, coffee and cacao plantations, as well as savanna groves. Feeding, diet. Baltimore Orioles feed on berries, flower, nectar, various soft fruits and insects, including caterpillars. They typically forage in trees and shrubs, but also make short flights to catch insects in mid-air. In South America they often feed in flowering trees. Ridgely and Tudor 1989. They are often seen feeding at hummingbird feeders. Oriole feeders are similar to hummingbird feeders, except they are orange instead of red and have larger perches since orioles perch while feeding, while hummingbirds mostly hover in front of it. They are also fond of oranges and are sometimes considered a pest of citrus crops. For those wishing to attract orioles to their backyard, one easy way to do so is to cut an orange in half and hang those halves up in a tree or offer it on a bird table. Orioles also readily accept offerings of grape jelly. Breeding, reproduction. Their breeding season usually commences in late April in its southern range and May in its northern range and lasts until about mid to end June. Its deep, tightly woven pouch nest is usually situated in the canopy of hardwood trees, about 25 to 30 feet 8 to 9 meters above the ground. The nest is typically hanging down from the tip of a drooping branch. It is constructed of plant fibers, grasses, tree bark and string. The nest is designed to close the opening entrance when weighted, as it would be, for example, when there are chicks in the nest. This offers them protection from predators. The hen lays 3 to 6 grayish-blue eggs with dark brown and black spots. She incubates these eggs for 12 to 14 days. Both parents care for the young, which leave the nest when they are about 12 to 14 days old.